Hello. Happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wake and Bake with the Cannabis Cowboy and BG.
Good morning. Y'all know the best part of waking up is what? Some pregame ritual in your cup, baby. Good morning, Cowboy fans. Let's have a chat.
Waking and bacon. Oh, we already got this. The room's been bumping the whole time we were on interlude right there, B.
Bro, I was on there, share. One share lets me know you care. I was on in the background, you know what I mean? So I shared it over a few groups, man. I'm trying to get it popping up in here, you know what I mean?
Andrew Pace in the house, bro. How you feeling? I know you're dealing with an earache right now, man. So I hope you're feeling okay. Who else we got on here? Mike Rock is in the haze. What's up, Mike?
Big state board of governor Mike Rock right there, baby, man. He's a big Sounders fan. I don't know how many people follow soccer, you know what I mean? But man, I just found he's a big Sounders fan up here.
I watched the video. I saw his video.
Yeah.
Live.
So, and by the way, he's also an admin of the brand new Dallas Cowboy Laker fan Facebook group. You know what I mean? We build different over there, baby. We getting ready for the NBA season, man. So we're gonna see my man over there with them heat.
We got somebody waiting in the wings right now. It looks like to jump in the show. I think they might be talking to us, but they can't hear us. So we're gonna wait a second here. We'll bring them in. Curtis Markham, welcome back, man. Thanks for hanging out, man. I've seen you a lot lately, man. Thank you so much.
Curtis? Appreciate you hanging out with us, man. How you doing today?
Brian in the house. What's up, dude? Wake and bake for show. Yolanda, them beats nice. Well, you know what, Yolanda? Why don't you hit me up in the DM real quick? Let's talk a little something, because what I was playing right there was some unlicensed stuff, just so I don't get hit with copyrights. So if maybe someone wants to make something for a show or two, I would definitely be happy to maybe throw a couple bucks his way to see exactly what he can produce. So let's talk about that in the background.
We already got one though, right? You know what I mean? Digital dealers. I think I seen Starboy on the line. What up, Starboy, man? We can get him on here, let him pump his music, man. We won't get hit with copyright on that like I got hit by UMG yesterday. You know what I mean? Streaming in the damn OAT Patreon group. I'm getting hit. I'm like, damn, Zuckerberg.
You getting everybody. He's stupid. Oh, what's up, Simon? Good to see you, man. Skywalker OG Flower in the air. Good to see you, man. Good to see.
The YouTube gang over there. I remember Simon. What's up, Simon?
Jesus Oseguera. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. You're going to get that package real soon. You got the tracking number. You're good to go, man. Nice. Doing great. Ready for the game. Hell yeah. So let's bring in a guest, man.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, how to go with the old school 22 today, baby.
Boy, that's got some
get something done today.
Yeah. On that Joker, man.
How you guys doing?
Good, man. Why don't you tell everybody what your real handle is, man? Because some people might know your screen name.
Bat Zeus.
Oh, my real handle is Batzeus420, but my phone's broken, so I can't put the 420 on.
Nice. Well, I just rookie ripped my paper, so give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, man. Hat, bro. Let me see that hat, man. Is that camouflage or what is that? Black? Or
no, sir. It's the on the field from last 2 seasons ago, but I swear I haven't taken it off because I'm not taking it off until we win a fucking Super Bowl.
Oh man, I'm feeling, man. You're gonna be wearing that one for at least this season, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I tell you what, I don't know what we need to be doing, man. I feel like we're playing good D. Our offense is, you know.
It's all based on leadership, man. But we, you know what I mean? We, you know what I mean? It's all based on leadership, man. It's the culture, man. Everything that's going on there, man. The folks at the top are responsible for all this shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know. I think, what do you guys think today? We get beat by the Bengals, man. I don't know.
if Dalton can't go up there and show out on his old team, man, I don't know what the fuck. You know what I mean? Without Burrow, I mean, who do they got quarterbacking? Is it Colt McCoy?
I don't even know.
I don't even know if McCoy's starting.
Yeah, so I mean, if we can't go up there and get Cincy and rob Cincy of a win, I mean, we got bigger problems. We got bigger fish to fry. You know what I mean? We need to stop the bleeding. You're right, man.
Yes, sir. We do. We need to stop the haters from hating on us, because they're hating way hard.
Nah, that ain't gonna never stop, man. They gonna hit harder now because we down. You know how they do it. They kick us when you down. But like you said, you keep wearing that hat, baby. When we get to the Super Bowl, like Bob, we're gonna have a gang of memes ready to go, baby.
Oh yeah, this hat has. I told BG here, this is from 2 years ago, on the field, and I haven't stopped wearing it since. And I won't stop until I get a Super Bowl.
All right. That's what this pregame ritual is all about, man. What everybody does before the game, how everybody tries to send their vibes towards the Cowboys, so hopefully they can find a win for us. Hasn't happened a lot, but I think we're all revising what we wear. You know what I mean? Like I'm kicking the hoodie now. I usually kick jerseys, but I'm not doing that today. I'm going to see if something happens. The Bengals should be the one team we beat, though, man. And I'm of the opinion where the less we win, the better for us in the offseason, because I really want to rebuild the offensive line, and I want to rebuild the defensive backfield. And obviously, but I don't like seeing the Cowboys lose in the process. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm torn between the two. But if we don't beat the Bengals, like you said, man, that's telltale right there, because it's really one of the teams that we should be able to beat in this next stretch.
I mean, even with Joe Burrow, we should be able to beat him. But I mean, but Joe Burrow, I mean, I don't even know who quarterback is over there. Is Colt McCoy play for the Bengals, or is it? I don't even know.
Director, do you know who the quarterback for the Bengals are?
No, I think McCoy was started for
another
Chargers.
team.
I want to say
For Washington.
for Washington. It was Washington.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's like, come on, man. We can't go up there in Cincinnati, you know what I mean, and win. You know,
there's an issue. There's an issue.
Ryan Finley.
Brian Finley.
Who the fuck is that?
Right, that's what I was saying. Who the fuck is Brian Finley?
That's what the defense. That's what Tank and them should all be saying. They should be licking their chops today, like Alden Smith, all them guys. You know what I mean? Come on, you got a guy back there like that. That's what you know what I mean? Come on, man.
Right.
That's when we had the Nucci back there, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. What you puffing on there, Bob?
Director just says actually Colt McCoy's playing for the Giants right now. I am actually smoking on some Alien Dog, man.
Right on.
Some Alien Dog. I switched it up. Like I said, man, the silver and blue hadn't been working. The fucking jerseys haven't been working. Nothing's been working. So I'm just gonna switch it up today and go. I'm just gonna go with a nice joint of the Alien Dog.
There you go. I had yesterday. I have my children today, so I don't puff when they're around. But yesterday I puffed on some sour diesel that brought me back from when I was like 16.
Yeah.
It's crazy how everybody has different memories of the of cannabis they were messing with when they were younger, because growing up in Miami, it was all the sativas, and it was all outdoor, like Maui Wowie, Acapulco Gold, like Island Sweet, and shit like that. And the Crippy too is what we had out there too, which is the first OG ocean grown stuff. But the stuff that I remember, because sour diesel wasn't around growing up, and it's what's crazy is that I grew up on the East Coast in Miami, and you would think that New York sour diesel would find its way down to us, but it never did. It was always either Kushes or the sativas. So I never acquired a taste for sour diesel. I don't love it, man. I love it mixed with like Kush, if you can just find a way to cut that diesel a little bit. But it should get you lit.
Yeah, man. I was telling my wife, I was just like, man, it's been a while. It brought back some. I'm like, whoa.
And the diesel will fade you hard, man. And that's kind of I guess maybe one of the other reasons why, because it's a real strong sativa, and I don't really mess with sativas too much. But like I said, I've had sour Kush before, a couple different versions of it, and it does the right trick, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, it does. I have a friend who he suffers from some kind of muscle disease, and so he can't smoke because of his job. But
Right.
he does the edibles.
Yeah.
And man, he had this banana bread stuff. Banana bread's where it's at.
Oh, for sure. If I want to eat cannabis other than gummies, I definitely would want it in some fucking banana bread or a carrot cake or some shit.
Banana bread, man. And he gave me a little square, and he didn't tell me it was an edible. So I ate the whole some bitch, and man, I tell you what. I told my wife I couldn't feel my legs.
It does those weird things to you, man. I like eating them before I go to bed because I don't move around when I sleep when that happens. But I've eaten them when I'm awake, and I don't love it. Like it's a little bit closer to drinking for me, because I haven't drank to get drunk in like 20 years, so I haven't had that feeling. But sometimes that THC, when it goes through your body and gets stronger, it really does make you a little drunk, and I never loved that. So
right on.
But it still does the job.
I want to take a moment and give a shout out to BG here for everything he's doing for the vets, man. Like BG, you touched my heart with the vet stuff, dude. And like I said, we got something in the works going. And we will talk about it more on Monday. Mm-hmm. But I appreciate BG. Like I said, it's heartfelt for me because my brother lost his life. He's a vet, Army Ranger, took his life. So it hits home for me, and I appreciate what you do for these vets.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you having the courage, you know what I mean, to come out and share that with us here, because, you know, a lot of folks, you know, quite frankly, probably wouldn't share that kind of information with folks. But being that you're comfortable with us here, and like we said offline, we're going to do something to honor your brother, you know what I mean, to highlight that, and also to advocate and create some more awareness like what we're doing, man. So it takes two, man. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Together, we're going to make a bigger and louder voice here. So thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem.
That needed to be said too. It really did need to be said, man. I mean, look, people, you're part of the family, you're part of the community. There's people in the chat room right now. They needed to hear that. There's, you know, you hear things from other people you don't know, man. You kind of think it kind of goes in and goes out, and you know, maybe you absorb it, maybe you don't.
Right.
More people that you know that say things like that, especially things like what you just said, veteran suicide. That's a big deal, man, and it's something that is directly tied to what we do here, which is the consciousness of cannabis, trying to get something other than fucking Vicodin and Lortab and all this shit that they give all the the vets, because that's what they prescribe, you know, like. So we do appreciate you sharing that with us, man, for real, man. That's big, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be some big stuff coming out with that. So gang, you guys stay tuned. Moving forward, that's basically all the stories I'm writing on OAT. I'm busy over there on Medium writing for veterans, like what he's talking about. But when it comes to the OAT side of stuff, we're just going to tie in Patreon stories. So there's going to be a few Patreon stories. I got TLC. He's a brand new patron coming online. And he's got a story we're going to share there too. It's all about Army. It's all about Navy. It's all about Marine. It's all about the veterans. So as we come into the end of 2020 and into 2020, you know, beginning of 2021, you know what I mean? Like we said, there's been a spike in gun sales this year. There's been increased isolation and restriction. There's a lot of veterans that are out there that are in the dark. They're scared to talk to people. There's a stigma out there that people can't ask for help. You look like you're weak if you ask for help. And I can tell you that's the farthest from the truth. If you ask for help, that is the biggest sign of strength that you can have as a leader. Let me tell you.
Yes, sir. And a big shout out to Dak Prescott for coming out with that too, coming out and saying the mental health. And I appreciate Dak. And I have more respect for the young man. And you know what? Fuck Skip Bayless. He don't know what he's talking about.
He's an entertainment head, man. He'll do anything for shit and clicks and likes.
Yeah.
People out there who just come out of their mouth just because they know it causes a reaction, man, and not really understanding what they said, the damage that it does.
And that's really what it's all about. I mean, folks that don't understand, and that's why I've always, if you followed me for a couple years, you know, I always talk shit about the big networks because they do things for shits, for clicks and likes. You know what I mean? Like the Skip Baylesses, and you know, he wrote a book about Troy Aikman saying he was gay. Whether Troy Aikman was gay or not, it ain't none of his business in that kind of capacity. And now you see he's coming out, and even Jimmy Johnson had to square him up and tell him, "Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about." You know, so you got folks out here, they give a fuck about what's going on with people. So they're gonna do whatever they got to do to get that check over there at the network. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
messed up shit to say.
There was an article that somebody, I forget who wrote it, but they posted it on the OAT, talking about Jerry needs to sign Aikman to come and be the director of whatever.
That was a tweet. That was a tweet by Ed Werder, and I reposted that in there to get the discussion going. And you know, because I hate to say it, everybody says, "Oh, Tony Romo not coming out the fucking booth."
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
And Troy Aikman. Let me just tell you guys, nobody is coming out of the fucking booth and nobody wants to come be the fucking coach because of what the fuck we dealing with right now.
Dude, there is no fucking way Troy Aikman would walk out of that Buck booth just to go try and work for a guy who shit on Jimmy Johnson left and right. Jimmy Johnson and Troy Aikman are pretty much the same fucking person, which oddly enough is the reason why they got together and they were so close when they were on the team together, because they realized, fuck feelings, man, win, practice,
right,
work your ass off, cut the people who don't, fuck all that shit. I don't think Aikman is the kind of person to work for Jerry Jones. If that man is still alive,
don't want Aikman over there, bro. Because Aikman's gonna hold his ass accountable. And now you got Jerry out there backpedaling. Maybe I'm gonna fire myself as a GM or whatever he said. I didn't even hear it, but I seen the title around, and I'm just like, they've been holding on long enough. They think we're that stupid that we don't know they got bills to fucking pay because of the Rona. I mean, if Mark Cuban can come out and say he lost $100 million for this upcoming season that's getting ready to start with the NBA, how much fucking money you think Jerry and them losing by not having them asses in them seats?
Right.
They got bigger fish to fry over there. They're not worried about no fucking linemen. They're trying to hold on to the bank. They're trying to get through this season so we can figure out what's going on with this new administration. Because you got to remember, you got 32 NFL owners that all got political interests.
Right. And when, like you said, remember, he has other fish to fry too, because he not only does he have to worry about AT&T, he also has to worry about the Frisco Stadium too. He has stock in that. So I don't know, man. Should he fire himself? I say yes.
They're not going to change. They're not going to change anything they're doing this season.
Yeah, and I think you have to. People were speaking about, we've got to fire, fire McCarthy, fire this person, fire that shit's just not. It's not going to happen in a COVID season, man. I mean, the reason why it happened with the Jets, with some of their players, personnel, and stuff like that, is because they had been having it for a long time, man. This is a brand new problem for the Dallas Cowboys. At least brand new people with a brand new problem. It's still the same fucking problem, but it's new people having this problem. So I think they at least go through this COVID season and next season before you even start seeing a change. Maybe Nolan goes, maybe some coordinators go, but McCarthy ain't going anywhere until the end of next season.
McCarthy ain't going nowhere, and Kellen Moore ain't going nowhere because they didn't let Kellen Moore go. He was only going to stay to begin with. So what's that tell you? When a new coach comes in, normally he brings in all his folks like a Nolan who shouldn't have been there to begin with because of a familiarity. But you know what I mean? It's all played out on the table now. We see it on the product on the field every week, week in and week out. We see exactly what's going on behind closed doors. It's no secret.
Right. And I had the privilege actually to watch Kellen Moore play here in Idaho. Like I said, I live in Idaho Falls, but Kellen played for BSU.
Yeah.
So I had the privilege to watch him play, and the man's a football genius. He is. I read an article on him, and he was calling his own plays at the age of 11.
Well, and I think that's what they see in him there at the Star. And if you go back when I was the big proponent too, I said, why the fuck is Kellen Moore the OC now? Like, or the quarterback, whatever, when they first kept him. I'm like, why? He broke his ankle and he ain't did shit. What does he bring to the table? But what you're saying, he's a whiz kid. And then you've seen the reports come out of Michael Irvin and Ziggy Ellis. Well, he listens to folks. He listens to players. That's different because, you've got an older type of mentality among coaches in the league that don't want to listen to the young folks because they're going to do it. It's my way or no fucking way.
Yep.
I mean, and they're dealing with a lot of that in the locker room with that culture there in Dallas. And that's the problem, is they're not going to remove the right people and bring in the right people like a Troy Aikman or a Tony Romo. I mean, just stop calling fucking anybody who's in the booth to come to the Cowboys. It's not going to fucking happen. If I was in the booth and I left the Cowboys, I would not fucking come back and coach because I don't want to deal with that shit every day that Mike McCarthy's dealing with. You got to know what the fuck you're signing up for.
Especially with Jerry Jones. Like,
you've got a mathematical genius. Even if you have a mathematical genius, if you want that man to solve a problem, but you don't give him the numbers that he needs in order to solve that problem, the mathematician and that math genius ain't going to be shit. He's just going to be coming up with wrong fucking answers because he doesn't have the right values in front of him. We don't have a line. We don't have a quarterback. We don't have a running back because we don't have a line. And
we got a team. We got a team, and what it is McCarthy trying to figure this shit out, but he's got his guys, and he got to provide top cover. That's like as a leader, when you go to a new command and you got guys fucking up that are working for you. You got to be the shit filter. You know what I mean? You got to filter the shit down. You got to filter the shit up. You know what I mean? So that's where Mike is at right now. And he's trying to do top cover for Nolan's fucking ass over there fucking up. And he's doing it for more. I don't know who's calling the plays. You know, so until they can start winning, none of that stuff is going to go away. And that's why we continue to lose. The light is shined square on Jerry Jones and that culture in that organization.
Right. And back to the running back situation, though, I feel like as of now, Pollard should be 1 and Zeke 2.
I just said that this morning, man.
That's just my opinion, but I think Pollard's hungry. He wants it.
Yeah.
Put them both on the fucking field at the same time. I don't know. Do some different shit, man. Put Zeke at quarterback and put Dalton at fucking receiver. I don't care.
Tell you what they should have done, like you said, man. Look, if they were really talking about what Pollard could do for us, when we started fucking losing at the beginning and right after we lost Dak, he should have been number 1 in there anyway. He wasn't getting Zeke wasn't hitting the numbers. The line wasn't really. I think they just had too much faith in the fact that they thought they could put these people in different positions on the line and Zeke would still tear ass through it, which theoretically we should be thinking because he's that good of a running back. But we know now he is not. He's not making these. It's not. He's only had a 100-yard game so far, and that line is 15 different people in 15 different times. There's no way you can get continuous running back production through a line like that. That's too hard. Yeah. So like you said, give it to Pollard so that you don't wear down Zeke in a season that really doesn't matter anymore. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, we're pretty much tanking this season, and I hate to say that.
Voluntarily or not, it's going down.
It's going down.
I don't think we're purposefully tanking. Right. I just think we're losing, and it looks like we're tanking.
Yeah.
Because we suck.
Tanking can mean two things. You can either be voluntary or involuntarily tanking. In this situation, I think it's involuntary.
Ain't no way I'm fucking tanking. If my family got to eat and I'm on the end, if I'm not losing a contract, I don't want to lose my job to somebody newer, a rookie or whatever, a trade or whatever. It's already political enough under the star in Frisco and trying to stay on the team. You know what I mean?
Eastside Herald, come on now.
That's little brother, man. Y'all ain't even won no fucking championships yet, man. Y'all little brother. Get down there to your place, baby. What's up?
Man, thanks for coming by, bro. For real, man. It's always it's good to see some different.
It's all welcome. Yeah,
team fans coming through here, man. Who else we got in here? Mike Rock saying, "What's up, G Garcia? What up, man? Good to see you again, as always, man." Until he gets paid, then we'll see how much Pollard wants. Yeah, that's another good point, actually. But
that's another good point.
We can't say that. Zeke got paid.
Yeah, but not only that. Well, that's what the point is. I think what Mike Rock is saying right now is Zeke got paid and he ain't done shit since. So, but again, that has nothing to do with the money, really.
Listen, we can't say Zeke hasn't. I mean, Zeke fumbled a lot this year. Zeke's fumbled more than he ever fumbled, so that's on Zeke. But he's still in the top 10, top 5 running backs. I mean, he's not leading. I mean, and when you're talking about an offensive line, how can you expect the guy to be in the top 5 when he ain't got no fucking body blocker for him? So it's a double-edged sword. So I hear the Pollard arguments. And I like Pollard too. Shout out to Pollard's Barbecue down there in Tennessee. You know what I mean? I wrote a story, 5 things you need to know about Tony Pollard once he became a Cowboy fan over there at OAT. So they got some good barbecue down there, family in the barbecue business. But it's just a double-edged sword with every player. You know what I mean? Oh, you got paid. You're not playing. Oh, I'm trying to get paid. Oh, you're not playing right. You're not getting paid. It's just, unless we're winning, nobody's talking about this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. I don't think nobody wants to talk about anything right now Cowboy related, especially the diehards. You know what I mean? Like we're upset, man. It's just like when the Browns are doing better than you, man. Like
when you get flexed out of the primetime spot for
the right.
Big.
I mean,
we were just saying production dropped a little bit for him because he got paid. It has no. I mean, we didn't mention that the money is in his pocket right now. We just mean production just happened to slip at the same time that he got paid and the line got fucked up. So that's what we were saying. But I know you're saying we know what we're talking about. It. Just wanted to clarify that we weren't saying that because he's got a lot of money. He already had a lot of money compared to what he had in college. So
right. I mean, he sold the most jerseys. I mean, he got businesses on. I mean, these players are smart. You come in, you're that marketable. You got to have a team getting out there. You got fifth down management with his dad over there. Mr. Stacy, he was a member of our group there for a while. He was in OAT for a while. Last year when Zeke was holding out, they was in there. I don't know if it was his dad or somebody else, but there was somebody in there taking the pulse of what was going on at that time. He was due to get paid and holding out. So I mean, it's Cowboys. I mean, who doesn't hold out to get paid by Jerry Jones?
Right. Well, man, I tell you what, if I was in that position, man, I'd probably be holding out too. Just say, pay me more. But
you want to say the world is greedy, but really that's not the case. The case is that there's just a lot of people with a lot of money and a lot of motherfuckers like us who don't have it say to ourselves, we bust our ass. Why can't we get it?
Mm-hmm.
And football players would be the same way. They've been grinding their body down since they were fucking 10 years old, working to get a big NFL contract. And why not? I mean, why not? Like if you got somebody like Kraft and some of these other guys who are a little bit tighter on their money, then you might not be pushing so hard. But then you understand that people like Kraft and those who actually hold their players more accountable, they get more success out of them. I always say people come to Dallas to get paid. They go to other teams to win. And that's
kind of get paid, and they come to get marketability off that star. I mean,
because you're not representing, you're representing that logo. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
What are we doing here? I mean, it's essentially,
right. So yeah.
But
today better be a it better be a win, and if it's a loss, I hope it's only by 3 points. What's
the spread? What's the spread on Vegas got? I know they ain't got Dallas favored.
I don't know, but I know Michael Irvin apparently has the most yards as a Dallas Cowboy player with wearing the number 88 against the Cincinnati Bengals. So
let's see what the rookie can do, man.
Maybe CD can beat that a little bit today. I don't know.
Yeah, I was, to be honest with you, I was upset that Dez Bryant got pulled the day of the Baltimore game because I really wanted to see Dez. I got much love for Dez. He represented the 88 to the fullest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I wanted to see him throw up that X, and for them to pull him like that, I don't know if it was political, COVID. I don't know.
He's had some issues. We know this, but I mean other issues besides what we normally know. I'm not talking about his attitude and how much he loves the game. People call that an issue, but that ain't an issue. That's emotion. That's someone who wants to fucking win. So he's constantly getting angry when it doesn't happen. But that's the kind of guy you root for, man. And he had a lot of doors slammed in his face, man. Like, and I don't mean that like someone's been purposely having that happen. It's just like some dude has just had some bad luck, man. You know what I'm saying? And for him to go to one team, get hurt in his second team, and now he wants to have a debut, and then boom, it's like negative, then positive. And then he's had negative since, but he's still going to be wound up sitting because of it. I hear it now. He's actually cleared to play the next game. So I think that's.
Come on. I mean, Dez was out there hugging folks. I mean, why they didn't shut the game down? I mean, we can get real technical about it if we want to, but we know what time it is. If you've watched All or Nothing that came out a couple of years ago on Amazon, you'll know exactly why that happened to Dez the other night.
Yeah,
you know exactly why.
Yeah, I think it was you, BG, that posted that post about Jerry saying, he was a pain in his ass, but he loved him because of the way he played. He had heart or something like that.
It was a lot of folks posting that. It was floating around, yeah.
Yeah, so that I think that's what we need as our offense. Our defense needs. They're there. They're just kind of slow. LVE's been slacking a little bit, I believe. And I tell you what, I got love for LVE. He's in Idaho, and he's one of us over here. So I got love for him. But I think he's slacking. Like against, how you going to look the other way and watch Lamar run right past you? Like,
man, Lamar's pretty quick now. And then
he is.
If I see Lamar go past me, I know once he gets past me, I'm probably not gonna catch him.
Right.
That doesn't excuse the fact you shouldn't hustle, but I mean that dude's fucking quick.
Oh yeah, he's quick, but I don't know. I think we're slacking. I think we need that fire lit up on their asses again, man, because we lost that fire. You know what I mean? Like,
so then how do we get that? How do you get that in a year like this when people like DeMarcus Ware are coming out straight up saying players aren't playing with heart because coaches aren't coaching them with heart, and all these other things that we've known. We've been saying it for like week after week after week. Like, I understand there's COVID going on. They're probably worrying about protocols, and there's lots of shit going on in the background. But how the fuck has this not been addressed in some way? Like, how is it? I understand. Like, a couple of people got cut. These guys that weren't producing. A few weeks ago, they got cut. It was sort of a message. But what's been the message since, man? I don't know. We've been falling apart at dumb times, and McCarthy comes out and does the puppet thing, like, it's going on me. It's definitely my fault. We need to coach better execution, but and like that's why I haven't listened to a press conference in like 5 weeks. I don't give a shit what they have to say.
Bro,
You know,
Right.
there's a lot of shit going on at 30,000 feet too. You know what I mean? Like we said, all 32 NFL owners got political interests. If you pay attention to what's going on with the state of Texas and other states and this election and everything going on, you bring up the word pardon. There's a lot of other stuff that's going on that affects the NFL. And that's what I've always said was, if this Rona shuts the NFL down, it's going to be some motherfuckers pissed off, because it's people pissed off now. It's pissed off owners now. Seattle has had 0 fans in their stands up here all year. Think about that.
Yep.
And they just recently did a rebrand strategy. They changed the name of the stadium from CenturyLink Field, who's got the worst garbage internet compared to fucking
For real,
I used to out- I used to
Bring
out-
that
you know,
account.
motherfuckers, every day when I knocked on your door and you told me you had CenturyLink, I knew I was at least getting the internet sale. I'm gonna tell you about it. You know what I mean? But you know, they renamed it Lumen Field for Lumen Technologies. You know what I mean? So there's a big coming next year, man. I mean, it's worse now, and it's gonna get worse before it gets better for everybody. But once this thing opens back up, man, that's why we've been saying here, you got to pay attention. You got to be self-sufficient. That's what we're doing here with the OAT network. That's what we're here doing with the Square Gruber Show. That's why we're spread out all over the place, because you got to plan for the unexpected. And I just think the Cowboys are just trying to ride through this season with as minimal damage as possible. And that's why it looks like they don't care. It looks like they're fucking tanking. We see all this other shit coming out from the sidelines. And we see Jerry talking about firing himself as a GM. Now, come on, that ain't going to happen.
No, that's all talk right there.
It's all lip service. It's all lip service through the rest of the season, man. So even if we win today, it'll be great for a week. But what does it really do for us? We go into next week. Who we got next week? We got the Niners.
The Niners, we got the Niners.
You know, and then we got the Giants. You know what I mean? So we got 4 more games. They're all winnable games too. So that would be great. Could we win out the season? You know, beating Bengals, Niners, Eagles, and Giants. Yes, that would be great. That would be great to build upon going into next season. But we start with today, man. So we're gonna have to see what they do with the Bengals.
We better beat the Eagles, man. My father-in-law's a damn Eagles fan, and I don't want to hear it.
Man, Eagles got their own fucking problems. They got
You know what I mean? Like,
over there and all that shit. I'm glad.
we don't want to see Jalen come in and fucking ball out at all. What we want to see is some sort of like half-ass Tua situation where he fucking maybe works. He does like half of what he should have done and throws 3 picks and shit. Like who the hell wants to see them do good at all? No one.
nobody. No. Other than my father-in-law, but that's no.
Well, they're not doing well anytime soon. They're worse than we are. Like, we're not the worst, but we just happen to have the spotlight on us because we're America's team.
Yeah.
It just didn't help by the way you get flexed from the Browns. So that's the other 31 NFL owners talking shit to Jerry. Hi, you ain't on prime time no more, Jack.
But I'll tell you this, that Giants game that we've got coming ahead, it changed from the last time we played them to right now. It is different. Yeah. They're a little stronger, man, and it's going to be a real big kick in the balls, man, if Garrett comes through and puts a fucking game plan together to whip our ass. You know what I mean?
Clappy, man.
Hey, man,
I bet you he's clapping his ass off right now in New York. You motherfuckers got rid of me, and look what happened. You know what I mean? Like, he's clapping right now.
Isn't that Giants game in New York the last game of the year? Is it in New York?
I don't know.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe it is at New York at Levi. I believe.
So just do this simple math. It's the last game of the season. Even if we win the next 3, or even if we lose the next 3, the fact they got Garrett, it's the last game of the season. It's Garrett, and the NFL headquarters is in New York. You know what I mean? So any chance, you got to pay attention. And I know Bob watches NFL Network all day long. Tell me how the NFL Network does everything to slant the Dallas Cowboy organization in a tactful manner on their network.
They do it. It's always sideways fucking comments, and it's usually Kyle Brandt, that little fucking pretty boy from the real world, who's always just, when we're doing good, he says some good shit, but then he always throws some fucking stupid social clip in there. You know what I mean? Like, and they say things like, the way it is like they could be talking about they can talk about the whole NFC East. They could be talking about the Cowboys as equally as they would the Giants, Skins, and Eagles, but they don't. They wind up they always throw credit at the Eagles, and what they're saying to themselves right now, the thing right now for them to say on the NFL Network is how are the Eagles in this position right now with all the talent they have and all the great players they've got on their team, which is the exact same fucking thing they said at the beginning of the season when we started. But when we started losing, that narrative went out the window, and they went right on to Philly's nuts again. And we're just straight up always talking every day about, Philly's this. They're giving Carson Wentz a bad rap. He's way better than they say.
They weren't saying that shit about Dak when he was down. They were like, oh, they were on top of us, man, because they get that part of it. It's all emotional, and they know our fans are delusional. So they talk shit up there, so we get on here and talk shit about them, to a certain degree. Right. But we do that to create awareness, you know what I mean? So they NFL Network slants the Joneses all the time, you know what I mean? The Cowboys.
Yeah. And I imagine it's probably in their programming guide, coming from the top, from Goodell all the way down to the program network to the broadcast manager. Don't ride the dick of the Cowboys because Goodell hates their ass.
Well, let's talk about this. So Marcus Spears, right?
Yeah.
We got Bengals this week. We got Niners next week. He's saying that, some bomb he dropped. I heard the video. I don't know if it's got any relevance or any proof to it, but a connection between the Dak Prescott move to the Niners. Have y'all heard anything about that?
No, I haven't heard anything.
I hear a lot. I've heard a lot since he hurt himself. I've heard him placed on every other team other than the Cowboys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Adam Schefter came on and said that was the first he heard it, even though Marcus Spears dropped it on there. So there's always a reason why they're throwing out shit on those networks too. So you got to pay attention. I'm like, damn, because we see the Niners got their Jimmy G hurt over there and they got their own problems too. So
they signed Jimmy G to a ridiculous contract, and he's done nothing really big, huge consistently. Why are they? I mean, they're going to have to throw big money at Dak too. I don't know. I mean, it would be sort of like, I don't know, man, putting.
Well, I don't think he's going anywhere. I just was trying to sniff that out, see if we got some folks can elaborate on that a little bit. Like, where's that coming from? Marcus Spears, we know he's got Cowboys connections. He's kind of the Cowboy guy go to on First Take.
Yeah, he is
about Cowboys,
right. Well, and weren't they talking about that too at the beginning of the season, where they were holding out on his contract and Dak's not coming back, he's going to go elsewhere, blah, 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 this and that, so is it marketing or can we see number 4 somewhere else?
Well, I mean, it's all speculation. And when you get in the media, everything's all speculation. So we're all going to talk about it like we're talking now. But Marcus Spears brought that up. So I was curious. Like, he's got connections. I mean, I don't think he'd just be throwing shit up out of the sky. I hope not. But
maybe this is his first time doing it. Like, fuck it, everybody else in this room's doing it. Why the hell can't I?
Right. Maybe that's why Adam Schefter came on there and said, well, I haven't heard about that, but I like it. And that's coming out of Adam Schefter. Now, we know Adam Schefter's crooked. I mean, if you guys pay attention, just to pay attention to this whole setup, right? You got NFL, you got Schefter, who's an inside reporter. You got
NFL Network a lot.
You got Ian Rappaport, who's an insider. But he, man, on the surface, they got like, how the fuck are you part of the league, but you're not, but you know everything.
Right.
Right.
So, it's all optics. You know what I mean? When it comes to these shows, let's bring in Adam Schefter. He got the juice, man. What's he gonna tell us?
Right. Yeah. He's the go-to guy for the. Well, he's getting funneled ammunition, and maybe who knows? Maybe some of these reporters that you were just mentioning have been in the grind long enough that they've got a lot of really good sources, and it's old school like Peter Parker and fucking the Daily Planet and all that shit, like it always has been. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's like you said. Maybe they just get an email every day. Talk about this. This is what's up.
No, I think it's what you talk. I think they got connections. It's like what we do here. We got people in this group that know people in that locker room that play on the team. You know what I mean? If we wanted to find something out, we can go out and we can drill it down. But we're not that kind of folks here. We're not trying to cause dissension among our team.
Right.
But, I mean, and Spears of all people probably has. I mean, Jerry Jones probably talking. They want you to say this shit over here. I mean, who knows? Because Jerry loves the media. You know what I mean? You gotta hold out. You gotta hold out to get paid from him, and he's going to be in the media at all times, except when they're rioting and nobody's saying nothing. You know what I mean? For a few months, and then we come out and say, let's do everything with grace.
Right.
It could always be one of those tests where you tell somebody some bullshit and he's the only person you tell to see how high that goes.
Yeah. It's like that what it's called, that game Telephone.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put weight on it or create some, Dak to San Fran. I'm just saying, listen, on the surface, why are they talking like that? You know what I mean? There's that, if not, you know what I mean? Because I firmly believe Dak Prescott's a Cowboy for life. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah. And he said it himself. I want to stay here I want to finish my career in Dallas. He said it. You know what I mean? So, but it is scary to even think that the number 4 could be elsewhere, like Frisco. You know what I mean?
It fucks my whole marketing scheme up, really.
Yeah. Roger Dak right there, my friend. I tell you that.
Yeah, and the other issue is, regardless of what we think of him, he was going to be getting paid like a top quarterback, regardless of the round he, whatever round he was in, it doesn't matter. That was his rookie contract. That really is what that affected. But he's such a fucking good kid. He's such a smart kid. He doesn't say the wrong shit. That's the reason why everybody threw fucking endorsements at him, man. And he understands that has a lot to do with the fact that he's a quarterback for the Cowboys, but he also understands it's got a lot to do with the fact that he's just a damn good kid. And no matter where he goes, he's still going to get those same kinds of opportunities for advertisements and stuff like that. So really, as much as I hear the ball is in our court, I don't really understand how. No. It's all in his lap, man. If he has the choice right now, dude, he's going to say
it's all a play on words.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stop the steal.
Courage.
It's all about words that Jerry and them throw out, man, because they know how people are going to respond, and they just buying time. That's why Jerry's coming out. He's at his last leg. When we've never heard Jerry say that maybe need to fire myself as a GM or whatever he said. The folks are reporting that. You know what I mean? There's a reason why, because they're feeling that fucking pressure too. It goes all the way back to Jerry on the fan. Remember when Jerry was on the fan, he told him, well, shut up now. Let me answer the question. He got A. Smith coming out saying, well, let me go down to the fan. I'll fucking grill Jerry every week, which a lot of folks don't even realize. Jerry Jones probably paid Stephen A. Smith to talk shit about the Cowboys to begin with, because all press is better than no press. You got to remember that.
I don't know. I don't buy that. I dated a Cowboys fan and she broke my heart. I don't buy that story one bit, my friend. Sorry.
I don't buy the story that Jerry Lamb's buddy, that's why, Jerry Jones's buddy and CD Lamb needs to wear 88.
Right. I found that a little weird too, only because there's just no fucking relation between the two at all, man. I mean, did he go to the same school?
There is. Jerry says, look, man, you're going to make no money on jersey sales at 11 or 10. And if you get 88, you get this legacy. You're already talented, man. You here to make money. This the NFL, man. Mm-hmm. Fuck all that loyalty and shit you talking about. This about money. This about loyal to the green, baby.
Yeah, and I don't think CD was saying any shit right when he came out of college. And if I get or right when he got drafted by the Cowboys, if that's the case, or before that, I want to be 88. I feel like that was put on his lap.
Yeah. Because I think he wanted to come out with number 10.
He came out with me and said 10, and then the story came. Oh, Jerry's buddy who passed, R.I.P.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we're not trying to talk bad about him, but that's the reason why he wanted Lamb to go with 88 and I'm like, no, it ain't. You want him to get 88 so you can sell fucking jerseys.
Yep. Money.
So
and Jerry loves the money.
And I'm not mad because I love the 88 squad. I love the marketing strategy. I'm with you, Jerry, but damn, you know what I mean? That's the type of shit that's going on at the Star.
Yep. We do have to give it to CD Lamb, though. He is talented. That boy got some talent, man. And I think Dalton needs to utilize him a little bit more. You know what I mean? Against the Ravens, he had two catches thrown his way or two balls thrown his way, something like that.
And a touchdown.
Really didn't utilize him. And the last one was a Hail Mary in the end zone that he almost caught.
Well, again, that goes back to play calling and putting, knowing your strengths of your players and putting Lamb in the slot, you know what I mean? But Gallup's somebody's going to eat. You got 3 of them receivers. That's the name of the game. One of y'all's going to eat one game and 2 of y'all's not. So it's going to be, it's going to be like that. But no, I agree. He's talented. I drafted him in CD. I drafted CD in fantasy, and I'm not winning because Dak is not there now because Dak was balling the CD in the first few weeks.
Yeah.
So
their chemistry was like on point, man. As soon as he came in and they started working together, you could see it, and you could see that chemistry. And I'm like, oh yeah, we got something going. And then
that was going to be that shit was going to be a problem, man. If Dak stayed healthy, man, that was going to be a problem for people.
Bro, I don't want my fantasy league this year just on CD Lamb alone. That dude would have been like that kid Jefferson, that rookie out of Minnesota, who I got off the waiver wire week 2, and I just happened to be watching ESPN, and they were talking about him, and I looked, I was like, this dude's available? I was like, let me get this motherfucker. I've been eating ever since, man. So, he's a great talent. Yeah, it's, again, Dallas Cowboy organization. They got circle, square, triangle, and they always try to put the square in the circle. They always put the triangle, square, and the star in the circle. You know what it is. And then they don't fit in there. They look at it, and they can't figure out why it don't fit, and then they just throw that motherfucker overboard and go get somebody else.
Yep, I feel like, I don't know if Coop's coming back next season. I feel like Coop's going to probably opt out, go somewhere else. It's looking that way. I've heard rumor, but I don't know. Anything can change.
They paid Coop. so he could test the market. You know, he was trade bait too. You know what I mean? He got the younger guys. I mean, who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. People could still get hurt. We don't want that to happen. I mean, things could change between now and next season. So it's 2020, man, and it's literally, even if we win this week, that don't mean nothing. We got the Niners week, and the Eagles
the Niners coming in without Garoppolo. I heard they are 5 or wait, their losing record is like 13-5 without Garoppolo or something like that. Like they've lost 13 games out of 5. And I'm like, so we can't beat Niners without Garoppolo.
That's what I'm saying. We can't beat Cincinnati without Burrow. I mean, Burrow too, but I mean, come on. I drafted Burrow in fantasy too, but then he got hurt. So you know what I mean? Because they're gonna be behind throwing it all the time. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, yeah, we should go out there, and if we can make a statement today, man, that would be great for this next week going into the Niner game, because I want to see Spears ramp up this talk about this Dak Prescott to the Niner shit. And I don't know if that was a positioning thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting smart with my calendar. I can start building, hype around certain things when we get up to a certain date. Is that what they're doing over there? Is there really some relativity to this Dak Prescott to the Niner situation? That's what I want to try to sniff out.
Right. I think we need to come out today, depending on where we start, defense, offense, but the defense needs to just come out and punch him in the mouth and set the tone.
Exactly.
And then the offense needs to score, especially on turnovers, especially on good field position. We need to stop settling for field goals. They got
to convert in the red zone. Speaking of them three receivers, I mean, come on. You know what I mean? They're running the ball 3 times in a row. Again, play calling, I get it. Kellen Moore, I don't know why the fuck you called the same play 3 times in a row. It's like Vegas. Fuck it. It didn't hit that time. Bet again. Fuck it. It didn't hit again. Bet again. And you lose 3 times. You're like, oh, well, shit, that didn't work.
Right. And our kicker needs to be on point today too. I'm just going to throw that out there. 3 missed field goals.
You have OAT as a private group now, don't you?
Yeah, it's been private since last
All right.
year.
My bad to Starboy, Josh Keinberg, Michael Mendoza. I don't think we can see your comments. I can't see them here at all. You're not even coming through as Facebook user on this, because it might be because you're talking to us through OAT or not. I don't know if the reason why, but anyway,
I shared it into the OAT group. So I mean, I don't. You saying we can't get on there and comment because of the video in OAT or what?
There was an issue last week too, though, Cowboy, with the Facebook not letting us post anything while you were live. Like, I couldn't post anything. That's why I said I'm going to YouTube, because they were not letting us post anything.
Yeah, YouTube is tripping, man.
Yeah.
No, I mean, YouTube is actually really good. Facebook, man. Facebook's doing weird shit.
Facebook.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. What I used to do is I used to stream directly to my page, my profile, and then my private group and OAT. And then I started realizing in my private group, people I couldn't see there. It would just come up as Facebook user or nobody at all. And that's when I realized, if you're in a private group, your comments to a public forum won't come through, because it's a protection thing. It's the reason why you make a private group, so that posts and stuff like that can't be shared outside the group unless you've been given permission or whatever.
What about if you just stream from next time? Just stream to the Cannabis Cowboy page on Facebook and to YouTube only, and then we can share it everywhere.
Yeah,
that might be the way to go. But I still don't know that sharing to a private source is going to make your thing be public or not. But it'd be worth trying out, because I'd like to get around it somehow, man. I had no idea Starboy was watching. I had no idea Josh, Michael. I didn't know that. So I'm a little.
Yeah, I shared that when we were live back, and I seen them comment on that early, and I'm like, and when you said the room was popping, I'm like, yeah, I had already shared it into the group. So wow. I think because you got that private account, I think if we stop streaming to that and stream it just to the fan page and to YouTube, I think everybody should be able to comment, because the fan page is public.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fan page is public. So is my profile. But yeah, I think going directly to OAT is really the problem, because it's private. So, but we'll see if we can share.
Oh yeah, then we'll stop streaming to OAT. Like I said, we'll just stream to the page, and then we can just share it. You know what I mean? And then we'll try that next week or next show. Let's try that this Wednesday. Let's try to do it that way and see what works. You know what I mean?
Legacy is public, right?
Legacy group, yeah.
Yeah, Legacy.
We have to find a way to work that.
Speaking of the legacy group, I'm gonna be ramping that up over there. We got them set up for monetization. So all my Cowboy Laker fans, man, as this Cowboy season comes down to an end, we're gonna be jamming it up over there on the legacy group.
That might be the way to go, man. We'll just have to go. We'll just see if we can find a way to stream directly too. I know we tried it a couple times. So far, I haven't been able to pull up the legacy group as a page that I can share to yet, but I think we can clean that up. Blake, yes, I can read you now. Thank you for asking.
He said, "Can you
there we go.
What's up, Blake? I see you, baby. Be checking your mailbox, Blake. You got something coming for you, baby."
Shout out to Blake, man. Blake's out there dealing with a nasty cold he's been dealing with for a while now, man.
Yeah.
I hope you get better, buddy.
You and your girl, man.
Hey, BG. Speaking of the Lakers, sorry, Bob.
Do your thing.
Did you hear about Paul talking? He wanted to come back.
Bro, they stacking the deck over there. The fact that we got Mark, I'm already like, it's already gonna be a repeat. Yeah. It's already gonna be a repeat. I mean, I'm excited. That's why we're getting this Cowboy Laker fan group going over there. I'm surprised there's not even one on Facebook.
Yeah,
so we're gonna take control of that, man. And Cowboy Nation, I'm looking for admins, diehard Laker fans to come over there and pump that group with Laker content. And yeah, I'm excited about that for this upcoming.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I read that this morning, and I was like, man, we already got Mark. That's good. And he said he would love to play with his brother, but like he said, you know, I can't be demanding because I don't have 10 offers on the table.
Yeah, no, I think he'll come back simply because of his relationship with Bryant, and I think he's probably going to do Bryant's speech if he might be picked. You know, there was some beef between them two, though. You know, too, right? And I don't want to get too off topic, but I think Powell snitched on Kobe when he was cheating or some shit around that time when the Denver shit happened, and they've had a falling out. And then they ended up coming back, you know what I mean, and rekindling. So,
Cowboys Maverick, Bobby McClain over there.
Yeah, no, we opened up with the Mavericks, so I'm excited about that. That's Luka. A lot of Maverick fans here in OAT. I like me some Luka now. You know, number 77. That kid can ball. You know what I mean?
Oh, he can ball. Yeah, he can ball.
You know.
What is?
Starting to get a couple more, comments in here. So,
yeah. Let's get some game predictions. What's some game predictions? Let's ask everybody watching us throw up your scores on the game prediction today. I'm gonna say Cowboys 21-14. You know what I mean? Just throw it out there. Hopefully we're gonna score some touchdowns on defense and offense. So 21-14. Throw your scores up there. What you guys got?
Yeah, I was going to say everybody throw it. I want to throw mine in there too. Let's see what I got here. Let's go with
What you got, Jesus? What's the game score, man?
I'll say 27-24, boys.
Okay.
We'll keep it close.
All right.
Let's pray.
I got 31-7 Dallas.
Oh, I like that.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I just think it's gonna be one of those amazing games against a fucking not amazing team. and you know what's going to happen is we're going to go ahead and watch NFL Network tomorrow morning, and Kyle Brandt's going to be like, well, what do you expect? If the Cowboys don't beat the Bengals, then how the hell, you know, like, it's just the way it's going to be, man.
Let's have a recap now because we got Square Groupers Wednesday. Yeah, on the next pregame. Let's re-examine what happens after the game tomorrow on TV, and when we come back next pregame ritual next week, let's talk about what NFL Network had to say about the Cowboys regardless win or loss, so we can examine that a little bit further.
So them booting us out of primetime, what are they going to televise the game just on or is it not even going to be televised?
It's minimized in markets. You know what I mean? It's not off national TV, you know, where
I won't get it here. We get the damn Seattle games here, and it pisses me off so bad.
I got the fucking Denver game, obviously, and then I don't know what the other one is. Maybe the Seattle game too. That could be it, dude.
Yeah. I get either Seattle or Denver or Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it'll all be changed. It'll all be changed by next year. I guarantee you. If you don't know, Walt Disney owns ESPN, ABC, and I think one other. And so if you pay attention to the games, they're all basically on those channels. So the game of streams, you know, you got Walt Disney just announced with Comcast yesterday that Disney Plus and ESPN Plus is going to be part of the Comcast packages come this first quarter by April next year. So you'll be able to get Disney Plus, you know, if you're a cable provider, and that's so cable can try to survive, because if not, the game of stream is going to put them out of business.
Cable's direct competitor is streaming services. For cable to be able to solidify streaming services on their cable network, that's fucking big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that means next year there's going to probably be more options for everybody to get these games, these out-of-market games, because eventually I think what's going to happen is Walt Disney and live sports through ESPN is going to be exclusive.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Andrew. It could be worse.
That is right.
Sucks that you live out that you're out there, man. But you know what, man? That's cool. That's all right. That makes you a survivor, bro. I didn't have too much to battle with growing up in Miami as a Cowboys fan because it was pretty much 50-50 out there, if I'm being real. But we've got 24-17 prediction from Mike Rock.
Mike Rock.
Got Andrew Pace, a.k.a. Merck, for 34-10. I'm hoping that, yeah, boys. And we look like a field goal fest here from we're going to have Zerline redeeming himself this week by scoring 4 field goals, apparently, according to Blake. Good shit, man. I mean, unless you're thinking we get a touchdown, a field goal, and a safety, or, you know, I don't know how that goes, right?
I mean, look at the game yesterday. I mean, RV Navy game. I mean, 15-0. I mean, nobody won yesterday. I was like, somebody going to win something and predict the game score. You know what I mean?
Now, I thought it was going to be a high score game, and
yeah,
I was disappointed, man. The Army won. I'm happy they won, but
yeah.
I didn't think my Hurricanes by the Tar Heels, but my Hurricanes got smoked by the Tar Heels for some fucking reason. So that's insane.
LSU going into Florida, the swamp, and upsetting the Gators, man, too.
Yay, we love that here. Even though I'm married to a Seminole, we love that. We both hate the Gators.
So, you know.
But I still think that today is one of the those rare occasions where we're going to probably see some good production. If Amari Cooper doesn't fucking go off, you know, here's the deal, man. They just don't have what they need back there in the backfield, the Bengals, kind of like us, stop us. So I think really, as much as I would love my prediction to be correct, which I think 31-7 sounded good to me in my brain, I really think the 24-17 is more realistic because they're going to score on us, man. I think Gio Bernard will have a good day against us. If Gio Bernard gashes us hard, then they'll have a good passing game after that. So, I mean, I don't know. That's that's scary, but what?
Yeah, I talked to Dallas Jess. You know, she's still blocked. Facebook's not letting her do anything, so she's been mainly our streamer in OAT. So if anybody else wants to step up, who has the game in their market today, and would like to stream, we'd appreciate that. So I'll be looking for game streams as I'm watching the NFL Red Zone because I don't get it up here in Seattle either. And I'll be watching it. It's good.
Oh, yeah, you get all the Seattle name. Yeah.
Good thing about early games on NFL Red Zone is you'll get to see a lot about that because you wait for the afternoon games to come up. So they'll keep that. But I'll try to find a stream. You guys do the same and drop it in OAT, and then we'll pin it up as an announcement. You know, so that way folks can get access to the game.
We got Diggs, Chidobe, Brown out. So our secondary is pretty much decimated, as decimated as it was before, but more. And I don't know if our 3 guys don't have a good day, man. And again, that does come down to our offensive line being able to keep Dalton standing up long enough for that to happen.
It's gonna happen, man. Zeke's playing on a little slight injury, right? So I mean, it could be a heavy dose.
Is he gonna start?
Yeah, man.
He's playing. Okay. We could see more TP though, and then we could see some receiver action because if the run game don't get started and we fuck around and get behind, make some mistakes, you're gonna see a lot of passing.
Yeah, I think today ball protection is a must today.
Yeah.
We got to protect the ball.
Every game.
You know. How many yards do you think Pollard's going to rack up today? And Pollard and Zeke combined? How many rushing yards y'all think?
At least 100 between them both. Shit.
Yeah, that could. I mean, it could depend. I mean, it would be a higher number, I believe, if we went all-purpose, because I think maybe if they found a way to get an aerial attack or some screens and some halfback angles out to Pollard, he could do a lot of damage because he's fast.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I think maybe we're talking about just on the ground. I'd say 125 probably. That sounds good. Or if they limit Zeke, like I hope they do. I mean, I really would like just kind of Zeke to be in there on play actions and maybe throwing some blocks, so we don't have to worry about that calf turning into a problem.
Right.
You know, I think maybe that'd be the smarter thing to do, but you know, what do we know? We're just fans who watch a game.
Fans, right?
We just observe every fucking weekend and talk about it all week. But you know, what the hell do we know? But yeah, I think if we're able to block positively, we'll be good. I know Tyler. They said Tyler's better. I don't know if he's activated or if he's starting. But I feel like we should probably give that kid a chance in a season like this. That's why, and I still feel like we should have given DiNucci a little bit more, a little bit more, some more reps. I mean, I understand you pay a lot of money for.
You're not gonna do that, man. That sends the signal we're tanking or we're giving up.
Yeah,
right.
We paid.
Eat us up. All they're playing the backups. They're quitting already. They're gonna be going for Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones, bro. They're not gonna. It's a game of poker, man. Jerry Jones is the master poker player in Texas.
Hey man, I feel like Gucci DiNucci came out, slinging. He wanted it, and I felt like if he would have got another game in, we'd be talking.
He's trying to look like Mahomes, bro. He's trying to sidearm shit at some rookie, and that don't work. Only Mahomes can do that for right now.
That was scary. There were a few times where I was like, "Oh shit," and then you can just say, "Well, he's a rookie," but then after a while, you're gonna have to stop that. You know what I mean? And Brett Favre made a career out of it, but he's not Brett Favre.
No,
Well, man, I'm gonna tell you what, like CD Lamb said, baby. It's about that time, you know what I mean? It's about game time, man.
Yes, sir.
Deuce, I appreciate you hanging out with us, man.
Hey,
Thank you.
thanks, fellas.
Yes, man. We'll be talking this week, man. Appreciate it, Jesus.
For sure.
Man, gang.
For
Appreciate
sure.
it.
Gang. Let's go, Cowboys.
Yeah, we're looking for that win today, man. So maybe our predictions go as we hope. Maybe not. Regardless, we'll see what's up. If we do want to pull up a win, we'll get a post game report. The wind down, the depress, or the decompression.
No, the celebration if we win.
The celebration. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
When we lose, it's the celebration when we win.
Decompression happens right after the win, man. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks so much. Go Cowboys. We'll see you after the game.
Appreciate y'all.